Hey everybody, it's Steve. This is not a drill. Patch 1.0.4 has gone live in Surviving Mars Relaunched for PC. Nova posted this on the Paradox forum earlier today. This is going to be December 10th when this is being recorded. Episode 19, which should be live by the time this goes out, and episode 20, which will be going live tomorrow, December 11th. Those were recorded back on Monday, so no patch. All the issues I was running into may not be applying when this patch is applied to my game. Let's hope it is. If not, I've got no idea what I'm going to do with my colony. So there's a bunch of issues that they attacked. The most common crash, overhauled asteroid lander controls, and new political laws have been done up for this. I have a feeling there's going to be some fixes that'll be going in after this, almost like a 1.0.41, or maybe like a 1.0.5, just to kind of smooth any edges off on what they've done here. They've changed, big change log list here. Fixed crash related to switching maps. Apparently this is a common thing. Achievements can now be unlocked in playthroughs with active mods. This is on Steam and Epic. This is kind of a big one. For asteroids, they have implemented manual and automated mode for lander control. For each asteroid lander, the player can choose manual or automated mode via a button in the lander info panel. This default is manual. Manual mode operates similar to a resupply UI. You select your colonists, resources, prefabs to and from, and you do all of that on its own. In automated mode, you just set the threshold values per lander and what you want to take up and bring back. The lander will move them automatically. The asteroid lander will reserve a landing spot both on Mars and the asteroid, and they'll take off and land automatically. Evacuation. A pop-up window now informs the player when the asteroid is several hours from leaving. This pop-up window has a button to take the player to the asteroid so they can load their landers and evacuate. Landers orbiting the asteroid will automatically return to Mars. Please be aware that landers in existing saves games may not behave properly in some cases. Try requesting the payload again. I will tell you right now, episode 20 does have an asteroid lander, and when you look at the title for that video, you'll understand why. Fix for issues causing drones to continuously move resources between two landers on the same asteroid, balance changes to water production and usage on asteroids, tweaks to asteroid maps generation, produce less clutter, and provide more landing spots in some cases, implemented the flatten tool on asteroids to allow players to make the most of limited space. Mars quakes no longer happen on asteroids. Save game fix-up removes Mars quake rocks from asteroids. I wonder why I'm talking about this one and highlighting this one so much when it comes to episode 20. Fix for issue where the asteroid arrived notification only appears if the asteroid was captured and pins the landers that are ready to launch will now blink, similar to rockets. Cool. That's all the asteroid stuff. I'm looking forward to actually using the asteroids because I still haven't done it in my playthrough yet. In the Politics tab, been doing a lot of that so far, added 7 new laws that will provide additional options to customize your colony. Energy Focus is a multi-choice law that will give a type of power producers extra oomph, but reduce the performance of some other power producers. So if you want to go with a wind-based colony, that is probably a law you focus on, and then your solar panels may get a little bit of a deficit. And flip it over, same other way. Terraforming Focus, multi-choice law, double building bonuses for 1 terraforming parameter. Probably going to be going for seeds in my case and vegetation because that one takes forever to get done. Economic Interventions, a law that will boost production of the resource you have the least of but has a high upkeep. Administration, multi-choice law that will allow the reduced upkeep of laws in funding or research points. Founder Privilege, not going to be applicable to mine just because all my founders are dead. A law that gives extra comfort to founders when servicing their needs. Underground Amenities gives underground domes extra comfort, and Tourist Campaign is a one-time law which adds a number of tourists. Added new faction tasks and opportunities. Maybe this faction task and opportunity will quit having Flat Mars League telling me to put anything in a dome. I just want them to go away. And yeah, I'm aware I can do detention centers for that stuff. New game rule, political freedom. All new laws are unlocked, and players can directly prepare and vote on them. That's going to be kind of fun if you want to do almost like a sandbox playthrough and just have everything available to you. Some big balance changes. All ministries are now single shift buildings. Right now, they're currently 3 shift buildings. Rebalance ministries to give fixed bonuses to laws to alleviate some issues with fluctuating housing and work slots, as well as some imbalances in production. Hey, fluctuating housing. I've had that problem too. Drone Hub Efficiency Law now has an upkeep cost. Faction opportunities will not be generated if they've already timed out twice. Thank you, God. FML can go away. Changes and fixes to some faction likes and tasks. Laws that will apply to existing save games. Crowded living bonus is decreased and is now a fixed amount, 3 instead of a percentage. Applicant campaign will provide a one-time applicant boost. Worker shift optimization will have effect only if there is at least 1 worker in the shift. Law changes that will not apply to existing save games but will go into new games. Worker shift optimizations will use bonus values based on the number of shifts. Safety standards deregulation doubles the required maintenance resource for research buildings. The productivity option in the comfort law will have a decreased bonus for worker performance, and resource subsidies will greatly increase rocket travel time. That's kind of cool. So we're going to have a little bit of a balance with the polymers, the free polymers that I've been getting, and I need to switch that over to get free seeds at some point too. Some law choices are now locked behind requirements. Affected laws, apportionment of seats, sensor tower usage, and renegades. Diplomacy laws will now require the Earth Embassy. Makes sense. Multiple choice laws are now repealable and revocable. Rebalanced Independence Goal number 2 to require enacting 30 laws instead of 15. And Independence Goal 4 has, 100 colonies with a comfort level of 70. Previously it was 150. Reordered Independence texts and increased the required research points. Added the law upkeep row to the research UI. I thought we had that already, but okay. Clarify descriptions of the media center, entertainment center, and their effects apply only to the dome they are built in. Okay, so I got to move all my FML colonists into one building and then put them all in the entertainment center. Message received. Underground. In new games, the underground engines will appear in locations where they can be accessed from all directions. This will not affect existing save games. Mars quakes now correctly occur only in the underground. In the 200 plus souls I've been playing my current playthrough, I've not had a single Mars quake in the underground. Just gonna put that there. Remove drones and rovers from the elevator UI. Fixed an issue with the bottomless pit lab, could be rotated and freely placed in orientations that should not have been possible. Existing constrictions and completed labs will have to be canceled or destroyed and placed anew. Stuck drones will not be affected by this fix. I don't have the bottomless pit lab in my playthrough, unfortunately. Trains, something I have not touched because I knew there was an issue with those. Fixed an issue where stations connected via train tunnels would not transfer power. Fixed tunnel power grids splitting incorrectly when deleting cables. Increase the train areas to provide more workplaces / domes / habitats. Trains will no longer attempt to traverse salvaged tunnels. Okay, that would have been funny if I had that in a playthrough. Trains cannot be assigned to tracks by clicking on an object connected to a station, such as a tunnel. Fixed an issue where track elements would remain on the map after the track they belong to has been deleted. Yikes. Fixed multiple issues causing trains not to connect to tracks. I've known about that one. And fixed for passenger trains not leaving stations. Interesting. Colonists, we have some fixes there. For cases of homeless and unemployed colonists, by updating how colonists evaluate domes for emigration, taking into account dome, air, water, electricity supply, free residences, vacant workplaces, preferring ones with those matching specializations. Fixed some cases of colonists walking back home and dying instead of using trains. I've seen this one quite a bit on the subreddit of just colonists saying, oh, my dome is halfway across the map. I think I can hoof that, and they die about a third of the way. Fixed an issue where colonists would not overpopulate habitats and die outside. Fixed an issue where tourists assigned to naturalist and micro-G habitats would not live in them, exit, and suffocate outside. Is that really a bad one, though? Just going to put that out there. Next up, rockets. Fixed an issue where rockets would disappear when traveling to Earth and when a tourist overview in the rocket info panel notification. Balance. Boosted yield of seed crops. Fixed for RC Dozer to load only waste rock. Okay, hadn't tried that one yet. Tweaks to building placement under pipes and tracks. Life support objects and objects serviced by shuttles can't be placed under pipes because that leads to clipping and other problems. Players cannot construct tracks over existing buildings. Damn, that would have been fun. All right, we got some UI stuff. Added option to disable edge scrolling. I've had that issue where if I try to go to the edge of the map, my mouse will actually go over to my second monitor where my OBS is. Pre-game choices, such as mission sponsor, commander profile, selected mysteries will be remembered between games. That's kind of cool. Decrease the heavy drone workload notification spam. Awesome. Fixed deposit running load notification to appear only once per deposit. Fixed hints enable setting to work properly in the on, off, and once setting. Fixed contradicting cold wave countdown timers. I don't think I've had that issue yet. And this for controller. Selecting a pin with a gamepad won't move the camera to the pinned object. Some other general fixes. Fixed a bug where stockpiles were blocking tunnel construction and a case in which terraforming building may not update its working status. Fixed an issue where open air buildings like ranches would reach 99% construction progress and not finish. Wow. Okay, there's a lot here. I do think that the next, I think episode 21, I'm going to be doing a lot of this stuff. I may record like Thursday, Friday, just to get some stuff ready for next week. But it's going to be very interesting to see how patch 1.0.4 works on this. I got a feeling there's going to be some weird stuff that's going on with it. Almost as usual, we're going to have some funky things going on. But good news is, The devs are seeing what we're doing to break the game, and they're trying to prevent us from doing it again. Because, let's face it, we do a pretty good job at breaking games when we're playing this stuff. We want to see what this game can do, and we've definitely taxed it beyond its current limitations. So, yay for that. I'm trying to be optimistic. My wife tells me I need to be more optimistic, and hopefully, if you saw all this and listened to me prattle on for all this time, you're optimistic about what you're hearing here. Drop a like, leave a comment on what you're excited for most. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.